moved in, it was 2013, and it was right before my daughter got married.
It was kind of move-in ready. We knew there were things to do. It was just a matter of when we wanted to do it.
Vince came over and we were talking to him about wanting to do a renovation. He asked us, do you have a designer? And we're looking at each other like, oh, we need one of those? And he recommended Erin. We got to talk to her on Zoom, and she really seemed like she knew what she was doing, and she made a lot of sense to work with. My problem in the kitchen, it was a U-shaped kitchen, and more than one person in there, it got crowded. The kitchen faced the wall, and I had these 3 windows here that were never used. And there was no counter space to put anything on. Baking was a challenge of logistics, so it just seemed like that would be something we would like that made better use of the space.
It was just aesthetically unpleasing.
From the start with Erin, she came here and measured our kitchen, and we had told her there used to be a pillar right here, and we wanted that removed because it would seem to make more sense of interacting with the space in the dining room or the living room. And then I wanted an island, and she came up with 3 different designs. We kind of picked a combination of 2 of them, I think it was.
I think the next process we went and, or she did, picked out appliances.
To have to pick out an entire kitchen and bath was a bit overwhelming, but Erin knew someone over at Ferguson, which was very, very helpful for us. And Erin helped me to figure out what we needed, and at a really nice price point, so that it really made it more comfortable to keep spending money.
I knew that Erin would come up with something that we liked, and if there was something that we wanted to change, she was going to be agreeable to do it. I wasn't worried about it at all, and I was very pleased with the design that she had. It was kind of exactly what we wanted.
Well, I think Erin realized we had no space for storage. There was absolutely no space. And that we had an area that was supposed to be where the kitchen table would be that we never used. So it was a space with a lamp. And she asked me, where do you eat? And I said, I stand up in the kitchen and eat. Because we had a little tiny table, but I didn't use it. So this has by far made it so much easier to sit down and enjoy the space.
She actually tailored the kitchen to what our needs were, which was very helpful.
I can get my KitchenAid Mixmaster out without asking for help and or not using it. So I've been baking up a storm since we moved here. And when she mentioned that, I was like, oh, I've got to have that. In these kind of homes on the street, the pantry was supposed to be where our restroom is now. And so it was like a closet pantry. And it was very difficult to see what was in the back. There were shelvings up to the ceiling that you couldn't get anything out of. And so that what I think Erin did, which was so fabulous, is we have eyebrow windows, I call them. And the pantry has natural light from one of the windows, but so much space, and I know where everything is, so it's just wonderful. And then, of course, the other eyebrow window there looks cute. So she had a very nice design eye for that. Erin was ever mindful of where things were going to be placed, like the refrigerator and the stove, where we would put groceries that would be easy to get to, the refrigerator, space to take things out of the oven and put on the counter. Her design and what we got are just insanely wonderful. So there's not enough stars.
The construction process went a lot more smoothly than I would have ever imagined. We were able to cook and live down here. They walled everything off with plastic so there wasn't dust everywhere. I thought they were great about cleaning up each day, which was a big deal. Well, the issues that we ran into in the bathroom was that there was a fairly large space that was non-functional. The shower didn't work well. The bath was hard to get in and out of, which I never used except when our grandson came over, but it was hard to get him in and out. And the sinks, the faucets were really archaic, and the sink was kind of this copper material, and when you cleaned it, it turned green immediately after that, within a day. So it was very difficult to maintain.
When Erin came by and she looked in our old shower and she goes, you don't have a whole lot of toiletries there. And I said, I know, I don't use this shower. I shower at the Y, because this shower is not something I want to go into. So I would go to the Y and swim, and I'd use their shower. I wanted it to be brighter and user-friendly. I wanted to have places that I can put things without feeling crowded, and I didn't want a tub in the box anymore. Erin opened up the space in the bathroom, knocked down some walls, made the door enclosure a little smaller to give more space inside. She put in a soaker tub that was absolutely gorgeous, and the grab bars in the toilet area and in the bathrooms was really, I thought, something I wouldn't have thought about, but when I showed friends that are in our situation, they're like, oh, I wish I had that in our rooms for safety. Eventually we might need them. They were very reasonable, I think, about looking at our need to stay on budget and the reality of what things are going to cost. And Erin especially was very considerate about showing us options that weren't like fairy tale dreams, but were real things we could do and use in the space.
I think that the bathroom functions so much better now. The shower is great, it's fairly large, it's easy to get into and out of, and it has a rain faucet too, and the sinks are much more functional.
From my standpoint, the bathroom I'll use now. I've used the shower, I've soaked in the tub many a time, and have just kind of looked around thinking, oh man, this is gorgeous. Well, I think that Erin, if you've ever met her, knows that she is a perfectionist because it's important. And Vince is exactly like that as well. The two of them work so well together.
The quality of their work is great, and I never had to question anything or be concerned about anything. So I think that they really lived up to our expectations and then some.
My advice is to use Distinctive Design. I mean, get Erin and Vince, and it'll be just fine. I expected the worst, it got the best. The way I feel about our house now is, one, it's a grown-up house. It has space for entertaining. We had a group of 4 of my children, a grandson, and the 2 of us, and we all sat around the island and ate a fabulous dinner. Everybody was amazed at the transformation because they had seen it before, and I'm happy to have people come into the house now, whereas before I kind of stand at the front door and go, hi, how are you? I'm like, would you like to see my kitchen? There's not enough stars. Look up in the sky at night. That's how I would rate it. Perfect.